Hello everyone, this is ISmileyzI here again, bringing you another episode of Layton Brothers Mystery Room. It is time to go into case number 5, the DJ Swansong, given by a one-sniffer hag. That's kind of a weird name, I have to say. Don't know if I would have been called Sniffer. Oh yes, and I hope you enjoy listening to this radio broadcast because it gets played a lot during the case. Because it is evidence. So it appears we have a radio broadcast, like I said earlier. Oh, I guess Lucy's not a fan of this rubbish. But the prof, you know, in between his keeping up with the Kardashians and this radio, you know, he hardly has time to do investigating now. He's rather smarmy. I like that word. That's your word of the day, viewers. Smarmy. Oh, looks like you are a regular listener, Lucy. You gave yourself up. Got a fax coming in from Miss Angel O'Death. A completely normal name. Sounds like someone wants to turn DJ Dwight dead and the DJ Dwight dead. Alright, so let's see. It looks like the special guest has brought some macaroons. Oh, he's choking and he's walloping. What's going on? Alright. Radio swoon. The Grand Fair odd sales now on. No stores, more for less. Alright, so it appears something dead sus has happened at the studio. And I'm probably going to have to check that out. Here's a dapper looking fellow over there. Didn't you just have your lugs to the wireless? Nice now. I have my lugs in my headset right now. So, this is Sniffer Hag giving us our case. He's some detective guy, I think. Telephone's ringing. He believes that the death was not just a practical joke, that it was actually real. Guess which one it was. If you guessed he's actually dead, congratulations! You win a prize. Time for action, Snoopers! Snoopers unite! Into Super Snooper. Okay. It's nice. Enough of my lame jokes. It's time to get on with the case for reals. Alright. He has a tendency to do a lot of weird things. Sorry if I'm a bit slow on some of the dialogue in this case. I was conversing with a friend while recording this, so I am a bit slow on some of the dialogue, but I'll try to entertain you guys through it. Funny turn, huh? 5 suspects. Oh, it's getting hardcore now. And one of them we haven't identified yet. Interesting. So we lack information, but we must investigate. Silly Lucy. You heard it, silly. File / episode / chapter / case number 5. The DJ's Swansong. Alright. Sniffer's report. And he's dead. Bayak! Alright, so he's actually dead. Was at rush hour, so the police had some difficulties. That's unfortunate. Alright, so it's time to get the rundown of the case from the prof himself. Dwight Dredd, 48. He seems a little old. for his appearance. The sound man. Alright, so tea lady comes in with a couple spots of tea and then leaves. So then Dredd and the singer comes in and they start recording. And gives a gift of confectionery. Alright, so that happens, and then the fax comes in, a handwritten note that says, "I'll be the death of you." Signed by the one and only Angel of Death. So he believed it was a joke, and he just kind of kept on going. And put a macaroon in his mouth and started dying. And then the director called for an ad break. Farad sale. Gotta go check it out while supplies last. It's 20 minutes later. Police and ambulance arrive. But he's already dead, so too little too late. All for naught. Alright. Poor bloke. Alright, so that's all we know. Okay, so time to go over our suspects once again. This time in a more list-like manner. 5 of them. Again, moving along here. Dolly Holiday. So Lucy's money's on that lass. Then Melody Smith. More puns. Puns and more puns and more puns. Alright, so we got the manager, then the director, Mike Debonair. So he had a questionable relationship with the DJ, it seems, which gives him his motive. Demi Randall man with probably the best subject description ever. A handsome man with striking features who enjoys cross-dressing and high heels, like to flirt with the victim. Oh, that's just the best. Then we have the tea lady, who we don't know who she is yet, so we don't have a profile for her yet. Yeah, well, it appears that she did kill him and ran off, but we do not know that yet, because she is a mystery. It's too fishy for her. Alright, so those are all the suspects. Don't have much to go on, but he's still going to ask us to give us her gut feeling anyways. Yes, it's always important to pay attention to your intuition. Alright, so this time, I just decided to investigate the crime scene immediately, because if you ask for advice, he doesn't give you any hints, because there is so little to go on in this case. Okay, so we're at the crime scene. We get 5 minutes as per usual. No probs, says Lucy. No probs indeed. So I start by investigating some of the things in the actual room over there. It doesn't actually hold anything relevant at all. The studio's where all the relevant things are. This just has random chairs and sofas and whatnot. And there's the dividing glass, mixing desk, and the mic. You know, stuff that doesn't matter, that's just kind of there. We have the studio door, of course, very important, with great sound insulating properties. Gotta have that sound insulating properties for the radio studio. There's the body of Mr. Dredd, who apparently has a wig. So it appears that his hair was not all that it was cracked up to be. I mean, he is 47. Everyone's always older than they look in this game. It's kind of weird. It's like they just pick a random age. And there's a chair. And the tea, which is very important because it contains the poison that killed Dredd. The broken teacup, which also will be very important Next, we have the area with the fax machine. We can also examine the window, but it's not important at all. Fax machines. A rather antiquated fax machine, because no one faxes anymore. We all know that. There's the microphone that's used to record. We have the request sheet, which has the threatening message, and the macaroons, which are amazingly delicious and quite colorful. And then, of course, the other tea, which was given to, I guess, Dolly, but was not drank out of. Then we have another chair, a fancy pop art style chair, and a calendar with scantily clad women on it, because those are the best types of calendars, of course. Alright, that's all we can do in the crime scene, so it's time to name the culprit. And the person, the baker finger of guilt, is pointing at Miss Dolly Holiday, the singer that was brought in on the radio show, because at this point in time, she is the dead sussiest. And the prof agrees. So that's good. He must be really sure about this one. That's got to be like at least 94%, right? 43.6%. I have to say, Prof, you're kind of slacking. That's not even half. Yeah, that's rubbish, indeed. Too many pieces of the puzzle missing. Excuses, Prof. To be at least 90% sure. What kind of game is this? 43.6% is not enough. But, nevertheless, we're going to talk to Miss Holiday, who apparently has already arrived. There she is, with her stunning good looks. Is this a mystery room or what? Miss Holiday, what are you doing here? One of your detective fellas told me to come dinner, eh? Alright, little so-and-so he was. He threatened me, you know. He said he'd pinch me and check me elbows if I didn't come in. That's Sniffer for you. Always wanting to check the elbows. Oh, what is it? Very accurate elbow checker. Very important. It appears we have the telephone. So, what do you lot get up here to here and then, eh? Anything special? Heinous crimes. You know, just the normal. Like, I don't know what's going on, but at the end of the day, all I want to know is if you're arresting me or not. No, not yet. Oh no, officer, I never speed. That's ever so dangerous. I always took the speed limit, me. So she's a witness. Oh, message from Sniffer, of course. She's the one. Squeeze the canary until she squeals. That's her job. Well, that's awkward. Hang on, that's not what you just told me, is it? Yup, if I said something wrong. Okay, so yes, of course, she is under suspicion. 43.6% suspicion, to be precise. Well, if I have to, I got better things to do with my time, though, you know what I mean? Alright, so... Yep, you did kind of come in halfway through Summit there. So we need to investigate the body, the poison, and the request sheet. Time to get down to business. Not stuck in, but down to business. Wow, this recording's an hour and 8 minutes long. Just realized that was really long. Okay, so where should we start? Dred's body. Sounds good to me. Alright, so yes, she did see him die before her eyes. Yeah, whatever. I suppose I could try to remember. Yeah, my voice is way too deep to do female voices, so they're going to sound very masculine. Alright, investigating the body. Not too challenging, I must say. So yes, he was poisoned. No signs of external injury. Okay, so he was definitely poisoned. Oh, what on earth's that thing on the floor next to him? It looks disgusting. You know, that Shaggy What's-It there. The Shaggy What's-It. The Shaggy What's-It. Or the funny item is the wig, of course. Alright, so... yes, as we saw before, he wears a wig. Yes, of course. Perhaps he needed to volumize. Well, I had no idea he wore a syrup. So they call, like, wigs syrups in Britain or something? It's kind of weird. Nah, I saw him die, but he managed to keep his hair on for that. The wig never came off while I was there. What's a headline? Are you sure about that, Miss Holiday? I'm not gonna forget something as shocking as that in a hurry, am I? Know what I mean? I think my accent for her is just slowly changing into like Australian or something. That's generally what happens when I try to do British accents. They just morph into Australian accents. Pretty soon I'm saying crikey before you know it. Alright. Time to find the poison. Traces of the poisonous substance. We already saw where it was. It was in the spilt tea. All over the floor. So that's what you gotta check. It says so in the description, so not too hard to find if you haven't searched the crime scene before. Alright, traces of the poison in there. No other traces of the poison were found, so he must have been killed by the tea. That's not what happened at all. Now he died after he ate me macaroons, didn't he? Macaroons, you say? Lucy, what do we know about these macaroons? They're very colorful. That's what we know. So yes, it is kind of odd. No trace of poison was found in the macaroons. What are you on about? I saw it with my own eyes. He started coughing, and straight after that, he put the macaroon in his mouth. To be honest, he never actually took one sip of that tea. Are you quite sure? Personally, I think honesty is one of the most important virtues, so I wouldn't lie, know what I mean? Honesty is one of the most important virtues. Remember that, everyone. And I stay on this dialogue for way too long. Statement updated. Alright. That will put you firmly at the top of the list of suspects. Yes, because you bought the maroons. Hey, what? I'm not going behind bars, aren't I? We're talking about murder, of course you're going to go for prison. Because I don't think they have the death penalty in England. But I really don't really like prison, know what I mean? You don't like it, you say? Oh, hang on a minute, of course, it must have been Melody who did it. Well, no disrespect or nothing, but it was my manager who actually purchased the max. Did she say, like, purchased or something? Yeah, to be honest, I don't know nothing about the poison, so at the end of the day, it must have been her. You want to arrest her quick, you know, she's well scary. Always telling me what to do and what not to do she is. I hate the miserable old witch. Yeah, well, can't really arrest her. She doesn't even make an appearance at all. Then again, half the characters in this game don't make an appearance, so it's not anything out of the ordinary. Of course they were. They were a gift, weren't they? So he's saying that they were unopened, so it's kind of weird that he would die after eating a macaroon that was perfectly fine. He was poisoned by his cuppa. By his cuppa? By his little cuppa? Alright, so one thing we'd be sure of if the teal was the poison. Yes. Right away, Prof. Alright, so we have to investigate the broken teacup. Which is, very suspicious. Because of a reason that we'll get to literally in like 30 seconds. That's a Pucko Royal Jolton teacup, that is. Top quality. They cast a bomb. What a waste. Got some fingerprints off it too, but that's about it. Something strange about the teacup. Something very strange about the teacup. What's strange about the teacup? Well, the fingerprints on it, of course, because it was brought in by the tea lady, so naturally her fingerprints should be on it. And Lucy, in her wonderful detective work, figured it out. No disrespect to you, but does anyone give a monkeys? I mean, at the end of the day, you can't know who wiped them off, right? Alright, so it's time to quit this line of investigation. It's kind of funny because if you pick sometimes if you pick one of the questioning options like really fast, it just looks like Lucy had no idea and then suddenly just had an epiphany and got the answer correct. Alright, so yes, while in there he got the notes, of course. To be honest with you, I thought I almost had a heart attack. Alright, so it's time to examine the sheet on which the note was written. Why we have to do this, I'm not too sure. It's just a plain old piece of paper. Investigate the song request. Song request vaccine was there, yep. And there it is. Doesn't look very promising. Nothing of note. So it really was sent during the broadcast. That we can confirm. Oh, there's no doubt about that. I saw it come in, didn't I? Alright. Time to examine the antiquated fax machine. Because who uses fax machines anymore, am I right? It's all about email now. Back in my day. That's good. No signs of jiggery-pokery. I was worried there might be signs of jiggery-pokery, but there weren't. Lucy, check this fax machine for signs of jiggery-pokery. Okay. So we're still some way from being able to identify the culprit. Look at just say it was Melody and be done with it, okay? And can't do that. Crikey, we can't do that! Okay, where is the poison found? You guys should know this. It was found in the tea. I figured that out only 2 minutes ago. Or we're in the tea. How many times have I got to tell you? The bloke never touched his tea. It can't have been the tea that killed him. Well, it doesn't seem like she's lying. But that must mean that she just doesn't know that the tea killed him. What else doesn't add up? I kind of go through this rather quickly. But it is the fact that the wig did not come off when he fell. So it must have been removed at a different point after the broadcast was over. I'm 110% about that. Percents. There's no way I could have missed if he didn't have his hair on, know what I mean? Yep. Okay, so apparently Al doesn't believe that he's lying, that she's lying. Because she's most clearly a girl. Oh. Yep, that's the telephone. I've got a number of questions for him. Alright. So, how old are you then? 22? Oh wow, she looks a lot younger than she is. You're joking, I'm 22. Talk about one in a million. Yeah, it's important because... So what's the score with you and Inspector Whitey? You going out? Not likely! Oh, sorry. He's not a bad looker, eh? But that white gown's a bit of a disaster. And I don't know what he's on about half the time. To be honest, I think he might be a bit funny in the head. Oh? Well. Oh, I get it. You fancy him, but he isn't into you, is it? No! Don't worry, your secret's safe with me. I'm at the height of depression. I'll try and talk you up, alright? She's at the height of depression. To be honest, I agree with you. I think an older man's better at the end of the day, more mature than that. No, no, no! It sounds like you two are having fun. Oh, I think it's the word, Lucy. Very much the word. Oh, that's interesting. The fax was sent from within the studio itself. And the call originated inside the own room. Alright, that was terrible. Anyways, one of our chaps found the tea lady's body. Eh? What's this? What's this? Something happened, has it? Alright, so the tea lady was found dead. Interesting. Somewhere near the station. And by the station, I mean the radio station, of course. Actually, it wouldn't be the radio studio. The radio station. Alright. So, handwriting analysis confirms the tea lady did indeed write the note. And what else? Why did I stay on that for 5 minutes? Oh, they found the poison. Well, that's just kind of like a smoking gun now, isn't it? So what are you saying then, exactly? So the tea lady was the one who brought the tea the victim drank, and if the poison was found on her, that means she was the one who killed him, of course. But the mystery is in why she's dead now. You know what this is, don't you? It was suicide. At the end of the day, she's done herself in, hasn't she? A huge fan of DJ DD. So some kind of argument. That does seem kind of odd that she killed him because she liked him that much. That proper case of hero wordship. Terrific. Hero wordship. Alright, I'll see you, darling. Oh, somewhat niggling her, guys. She's a bit niggled. You are the weakest link. I totally missed that the first time. Ta-ra! Whatever that means. That's actually really funny. You are the weakest link. I totally missed that. So that's wrapped up then. You can go home early if you like, Lucy. Alright, so the case closed. But we can't leave right now. Lucy is somewhat niggled. Is most niggled. Alright, so we're gonna pick it up tomorrow. Alright then, well. That ain't gonna happen because Lucy is bothered. No, it's not right. Someone's definitely amiss. Of course. Oh, Prof's here. Did you forget something? No, I just can't get this case out of my head. Maybe I better look at the scene. I might be able to figure some of it out. I'm just willing to let it go. Well, it seems the Prof can't either because he's still here. He had to tear himself away from keeping up with the Kardashians. Quality television. I've never seen it, so I just make fun of it because it's the first thing that comes to my head. Oh, some evidence to support Dolly's statement. I wonder what it could be. Well, we've actually already found, well, heard it before. Honest holiday. Honest holiday. I think I can remember the gist of it. So let's just listen to it all over again. Alright. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know why I go through this slowly again. Dun, 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 dun. Beep, beep, beep. Effects. Why did I go... Why did I go through this so slowly? Munch, munch, gulp. I hit the spot. Ugh. Bang, crash, wallop. Oh, what's going on? The radio swoon. Grand Fraud Sales now on. Well, Holiday's laying it on too thick. That's not the evidence, Lucy. Alright. The actual evidence, there is a discrepancy between the radio show and the scene of the crime. If you've noticed in the show, you do not hear a teacup breaking, which is definitely at odds with the recording. So you have to examine the broken cup, and that's the proof that you need in this particular deduction line. The discrepancy is with the sound of dread collapsing, because you did not hear the teacup break, of course. Sound cup break, right? Precisely. Precisely. Yeah, no cut. Nope. No sound of a cup breaking. And Dredd never drank the tea. Kind of proves that Holiday's statement about him not drinking the tea is correct. The bona fide truth, of course. Alright, so he drank the poison. Must have been given it off the air. That's the only thing that makes any sense. Quite probably. Alright, so... Class on the strip of the you have the poison after that. Yes! Yes! We got it! Oh, she's right, flummoxed. I'm sorry. If I could give you a second word of the day, flummoxed would be it. Flummoxed means perplexed, as you can probably tell. But it's just definitely an interesting word. Dredd's death. Clear discrepancy. Yes, we just... Oh, no, wait. So why did he become physically distracted after he ate the macaroon? Well, there's only one really option that makes any sense whatsoever. And that's that he faked his own death before he actually died. Yeah, makes sense. And there is existing evidence that supports the idea, does not totally prove it, but it does support the idea. And it's the handkerchief, which we found in the back pocket of Dredd. You can see it there, the hanky. Not the handkerchief itself, but the well-surprised message written on it is the actual proof. Bayek! Flummoxed is kind of the word that would, like, be the kind of word you would say if you were just trying to sound smart. Yes, this conundrum makes me feel most flummoxed indeed. Alright, so, just saying what I already said, he faked his death with a fair wallop. Oh no, faked his death, and then when he died, he went down with a fair wallop. You're right, Lucy, it is definitely a dead cert. He knows who done it. He knows who done it. He knows who done it. I know who done it. I've been itching to look into this. But before we can say who done it, we have to go and investigate the other murder that happened in this case.